Oh, thank you all for coming for my speech. Thank you for your support. And Stephen, if you could pan so we can all see who's here today. Now, I will be speaking to you guys in an informative speech style. This is going to be about the Slenderman case in Wisconsin and some video game violence added in there. Right now in Wisconsin, there is two 12-year-old girls that are in court. And according to M.L. Johnson of ABC, one of the girls stated as to why they killed this young girl was because Slenderman told her to do so. Or Slenderman wanted to be pleased, and that is how he should be pleased. And she said that she could hear voices, and she could also speak to this Slenderman. So killing someone is murder. Murder is murder in any case. One should be sentenced as so in any case of murder. You stab, you shoot. If they're dead, it's murder. But when the mental standings of these certain people come into question in court, it kind of arises some questions about, well, if he got away with it, why can't I get away with it? Murder is murder. So I'll be going over some of the case information along with what is Slenderman, who is Slenderman. We'll be talking about video game violence and increased aggressive behavior that's connected with that case, along with some things of why we should be agreeing with this, what are some ways that we can show other reasons why, or explain it differently than just blaming it on some video game. So I'll be giving you guys some information, some quotes from CNN, ABC, Yahoo. Those are all online news. Also the American Psychological Association and GameSport. So for my first point, we'll be talking about the Slenderman case. These two young girls, 12 years old, lured another 12-year-old girl into the woods of Wisconsin, and they actually stabbed her, what was reported, 19 times. This young girl managed to get out of the woods onto a road where a biker was able to find her and save her life. She's living and grateful. With that, I believe it was this girl here, she claimed that Slenderman wanted her to do this in order for him to be pleased. But then there arises the question of who is or what is Slenderman. Slenderman is described as a tall figure, faceless. He's very slender, as his name is stated, but he also wears a black suit. Now, he just started as a character and was posted online, but now he is a game. In the game, you search through the woods at night looking for these different items, but you also have to stay away from Slenderman. This is one of the scenes from the video game. Kind of spooky, kind of scary, kind of gives reason to why someone would be scared of him or wanting to please such a scary person. But from there, through some of the different trials, one of the girls was declared incompetent. Her attorney said that she couldn't actually tell what's different from real life and gaming life or any other fictional something out of this realm. So the judge declared that she needed to be put under examination to see what's going on, if she can really stand this case. But at what point do we need to question the mental status if murder is murder? There's some questions that lie in that, because you kill someone, you kill someone. Is that letting someone off? Is that not? How does that work? So from there we'll go on to some of the studies about this issue and seeing where aggression and gaming connect. Is it actually the reason why she killed this girl? There are some studies that show that the aggression is actually linked to gaming. There was a group of 8 to 17-year-olds that were studied, and no matter the situation, no matter the control group, they all showed increased aggression after playing video games. There were girls, there were boys, their parents intervened, their parents didn't intervene, and that whether they had previous gaming experience or none experience. They all showed increased aggression. But in GameSpot, one of the speakers on one of their videos stated, well, what is declared as aggression? Is it when you go open a jug of milk and you can't get open, you slam it on the ground? Or is it going out and killing a 12-year-old girl? Questions, more and more questions. So from there, you're at, well, is there truly a connection? Is there true, at what level of a video game is declared safe for aggression? There was actually a study of college kids where they just played a game like SpongeBob. We all know that fish can't talk under the water, but it showed that with this aggression, or the violence in the video game, even in college students, the aggression was increased. But then when you go from there, you have to think, in any study, how far did that study go? Was everything included? Was it not? So then we have to look at the girl's motive. Was that linked to the video game? Was she previously exposed to violence? Many questions. So from there, we go on to what the cases support and what the cases void. Like I said, what do? Do we just blame it on the video games? We have to look at the experiences these kids had. Kids are influenced every day by little things. You can tell them, hey, this dime is smaller than that whatever, you have a nickel. You said that the nickel's bigger, but you know the dime is worth more. The kid thinks it's bigger. You can influence them. I've done it. We've all done it. But then you have to think about, well, what's about the parent role? If you show that the studies have parent taking initiative and telling them not to play the game, well, how far does that go? Are the kids playing the games at their friends' houses? Well, there should be parent-to-parent contact. Hey, don't tell me my kid can't play that game. I'm sorry, I don't want him playing that game. Or make sure you read the rating. E, for everyone? Is it necessarily for everyone? It's a general, broad study. Mature, we don't need 2-year-olds playing a 17-year-old game. We don't need 12-year-olds playing a 17-year-old game for mature kids. But beyond gaming, there's media. There's violence in media every day. Yeah, it helps us know about the information, helps us know what's going on, but kids are exposed to that every day. Mom beats up dad, that's violence. Kid sees that, he becomes aggressive. It's not just video games. So how can we link this case to the Slenderman exactly? Why is it called the Slenderman case? It's not just linked to the game. We have to know what the kid is experiencing. So with that, I have to say that there are children at the age of 2.5, as reported by Professor Woolley and CNN. They know what the difference between reality and games are. But she also reported that the frontal lobe isn't fully developed until the age of 25. So what's going on? With that, I have to say, horse is a horse. As murder is to a murder. Murder, in any case, is murder, and they all should be sentenced. Treatment, if needed, can be applied. But how do we determine whether or not that's something that everybody needs? Can't everybody have something? There's so much that the brain doesn't know, or that we don't know about the brain, and that must be examined in everybody, not just, you're sentenced, sir, or, I'm sorry, ma'am, you need to go to the facility. Everybody should be trialed. Same as same. A horse is to a horse, as murder is to a murder.